Number 1, you are going back and forth in the relationship. There could be so many signs that God actually wants you to end the relationship. But when you start going back and forth in your relationship, you can be sure God is speaking to you to leave that relationship. It could be that there is nothing to salvage from the relationship, and it just seems like the both of you or one of you is forcing the relationship to work out. When a relationship is no longer doing great, you start having frequent problems, and there would be numerous signs that you should leave. The little things that should not cause issues in a relationship are now the bedrock of misunderstandings between you and your partner. There are no more commitment from you and your partner. This could be a natural stopping point for that relationship, and you need to give it a break. There are so many reasons why God might not want the relationship to exist. God has a reason for everything He does, and all His reasons are for your best interest. You could have misunderstandings, and you both decide to give yourselves a break, and that is fine. But when the issues are becoming too frequent, you can no longer see the reason why you went into that relationship in the first place. Then it is best you call off the relationship. It is normal to have little misunderstandings in every relationship. The idea that there will never be any issues is wrong. There will be issues, but your ability to resolve these issues and get stronger is what matters. If there is constant falling out, it is no good for any relationship, and it weakens the foundation of the relationship. There is a reason why God would allow this to happen, no matter how much you pray to Him. This could mean that you are not meant to be, and God is trying to pass the message to you. When you start going in and out of a relationship, in most cases, it becomes toxic, because it could be that one of you is forcing the other to be in the relationship. If your relationship with your partner, they start to take you for granted. After all, they are doing you a favor being in the relationship with you. All these can lead to a toxic relationship. When you realize that you have been going back and forth in your relationship, you need to sit back and access what the real problems rather than crawl back to your partner every time. You need to ask yourself if the relationship is worth it, and if this is a sign from God that both of you are not meant to be. The most terrible thing you could ever let yourself be is to offer yourself willingly to be used by somebody. It is right for you to turn down your partner if you no longer feel the way you felt when you first met. Do not take advantage of their vulnerability. Just make sure you set them straight if you are sure it is a clear sign from God that both of you are not meant to be together. God will always reveal this to you if you pray to Him about your relationships. Going in and out of relationships can be exhausting. It is mentally stressful, and no one deserves that much torture. The best way to put an end to this is simply to end the relationship. You have given it your best, and it is now obvious that God does not want the two of you together. Number 2, the people closest to you do not approve of it. Your relationship can be difficult if everyone you care about is against it. You could be blinded by love that you ignore all the signs and you just decide to go with the flow. It is fine if one or two of your closest friends or family does not accept this person, but when everyone in your family does not accept that person, then you really need to step back and reassess this person. It is a nice thing to know what you want and be able to stand on your own right always. But you should also know that everyone cannot be wrong about someone. You are praying to God to show the right person, and God would not come down from heaven to show who you should be with and who you should not be with. God will use the people around you to reveal this to you. When you are in love with someone, there is a reason you are excited to introduce that person to your inner circle. This is because you crave a bit of acceptance, or you need something like a go-ahead from the people you love. There is a reason why you flow really well with these people, and there is something they see in you that makes them love you so much. If they all feel the person you are with is not good for you, there must be a reason for it. You could be blind in love to see it. When most people in love, they are blind to their partner's faults, and all they know is that they are happy in that relationship. Only the people closest to you can see how much you are carried away and no longer in your right senses. It is basically their job to try to bring you back to your senses. The signs are clearly written on the wall, and you should be able to read it. There must be something all the people close to you see in this person that they feel the both of you should not be together. This could be God's way of giving you a sign that this person is not the right person for you. You need to pray over it and also try to give the relationship some time off. If the two of you are really meant to be, God has His way of bringing you two together again. Or it could be also that it is not the right time for you to be in that relationship. As long as you pray to God regularly, He would always look for a way to communicate His will to you. You just really need to be very sensitive to be able to know all God is saying to you. There are so many signs that God could use to show you that your relationship is not right for you. We are accustomed to prioritizing some people in our life, and we really rate their opinion high. This is because we are sure they always want the best for us, so whatever they say, we just know it is coming from a place of love. This would convince you that they just want the best for you if they do not accept the person you are in a relationship with. There will be so many things going on in your mind, but they have the power to at least make you second guess your choice of a partner, and you could look at it more logically this time, and you may finally see what they see. This is God using the good people He has surrounded you with to save you. When the people around you do not approve of that relationship, then you need to check with God and hear what He has to say. Number 3, you do not feel like fighting for it anymore. Relationships sometimes could just be a constant struggle. You may always have issues in your relationship, but you and your partner are willing to look into the problems and resolve them. There could come a time when both of you or one of you would be tired of fighting for that relationship. This could be a sign that God wants you to end that relationship, and there might not be nothing else to save from it. When God has decided that the relationship is not worth fighting for, then there is absolutely no need fighting for that relationship, as it is God's will for it to end. This could mean that it is not the right time yet, or God is yet to send the right person your way. Just remain patient with God and everything will fall in place.